What is up, YouTube? MD14 here, and I'm happy to bring you another review. And this review is pretty neat, actually. Huge thanks to Obsidian and Xbox for allowing me to review this game. But that's right, I'm here with the Avowed review. Now, I was able to play this game on PC. It is available on Xbox, also via Game Pass. I played this on PC Steam, but it is also available on the Xbox PC app as well. Just want you all to know that from the start. Now, with this lovely review, now for me, a little background with me and games such as Skyrim. You know, I did play Skyrim. I did actually play Skyrim late into the year when it actually came out on the Switch. Yes, I know, don't run away, I understand, but that's when I first played Skyrim. I wasn't like a PC guy, and you know, during my Xbox 360 era, it was just, you know, me and the boys playing Call of Duty or Left 4 Dead type of games, you know, or NHL type of thing. Yes, I know the Canadian me kicked in, but you know, I wasn't really into those type of games and everything. But you know, I always really enjoyed what Obsidian has made, from either Grounded or the Outer Worlds. And this one I definitely want to check out. First of all, with the amazing key art, really captured my eye. What they showcased at their developer direct last year. This was definitely something I wanted to check out and see what the whole story is behind this. So, in case you didn't know, Obsidian is a long-known developer. They did Star Wars Knight Republic. I followed New Vegas, Outer Worlds as well. And a lot of people were seeing this game as their version of Skyrim, where like I guess you could say that the Outer Worlds in a way is kind of like their version of Fallout. And there's one thing I've always seen with Obsidian, and with Obsidian, they are definitely like, they just want to make cool stuff, and I appreciate that. I like cool stuff, and if they like cool stuff, why can we not experience cool stuff together? And it definitely shows, because like, you know, if you ever look at their games such as Grounded, super high rating, they got that to run on the Switch and everything, but like that game runs really well. People always, if there's one Fallout game I always hear people call out for, it's New Vegas. New Vegas is high up there. Star Wars Knight Republic, I have friends who have tattoos from that game and everything. Outer Worlds 2 people were super excited about as well. So something that is coming from Obsidian, it's going to be a really high quality. And but for me, in my background and history of these type of games, I don't typically play games like this, so I just want to let you I'm just setting up the room for you, and just basically bring you to my mindset and how I was coming into this game. I am fresh as fresh can be, I guess you could say, in this type of world with this game. Basically a little background of the story. You know, you're set on the island, living lands that Avowed introduces in the world. You know, basically with ancient magics around, with shifting lands, diversity, biomes as well. This is also coming from a previous game of theirs that I didn't play as well. The name is currently escaping me, and I do apologize. Oh, sorry, Pillars of Eternity. I have it right here. I wrote down some notes and everything. But it's coming from Pillars of Eternity. You know, basically first-person fantasy RPG. And it's basically in that world, and you are an envoy. You're going to see something that is kind of like a dream scourge, as they call it, in terms of it's like a plague that is taking over the living lands, and they're trying to figure out what is going on. So they sent you because you are a very special person. You are a good person or bad, you know, you decide. That's one of the key things I will come up with. I'll come back to talk to about. But you are a very special person because you are a godlike. You are a person who was born, who is connected to a god from the past, or yeah, I'll just say that, from a god from the past. So basically, you are since you are this special person, you are being sent to figure out what is going on. And that's basically how the story is set up. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, or if there's enough information out there for you to find out just a little bit more about it. I don't want to spoil anything like that whatsoever. But I will say that the beginning of the story, you know, it's very intriguing, I must say. Playing throughout the game, though, I must say the story definitely intensifies, and especially that the fact that you are given so many choices in this game. And I must say the narrative in this game is absolutely absolutely amazing. It can either get extremely dark to very witty, even very I guess sensual in a way at times as well, if you want, if best way to put it. You could be the hero, the superhero, like White Knight if you wanted to, or you could be conflicted if you wanted to, or you could just be straight up a jerk. You know, if someone's being rude, you're like, man, you know what, but you know what, buddy, let me just push you off a cliff type of thing. You can do stuff like that, and the game is extremely diverse. And also the game will remember what the stuff you've done or what you selected as well, either in certain missions, what you said, or character building as well. And I appreciate that. The game definitely makes you feel that you're in that world, not only with the writing but even with the sound effects of the game, with how the wind is blowing. Like, I don't know who the sound engineer is, but like when the wind is blowing and with my headset that I'm wearing and everything, like I felt like I was truly outside. Like, it's truly it's a really amazing sound design, even with the visuals as well of the land, and how the music will kind of just even like amp you up. Like if you're climbing, like, and I'm just using this as a prime example, but you will be doing this a lot as well, but if you're climbing like a tower, for example, you know, the music it will start hiding up and everything, especially reaching to the top of that tower.
Don't get too used to the comforts of paradise.
And like it just makes you feel that you're just in that world. And another cool thing, and it's so subtle as well, is that, you know, when you reach to a certain area, like when I reached for example, what's another example, if I reach like the top of that tower and I see the vast land or vast ocean or something like that, even my companions, yes, you have companions with you as well, even my companions will even like interact and naturally as well. Like if I'm just standing around, they will just be running, they'll just be doing their own thing around you while you're looking around type of thing. But like even they will like engage, be like, wow, what a nice view this is and everything. Like that is just, it's just small details like that I really appreciate, I must say. But yes, the story, their narrative is, and the choices you make are truly amazing in this game. And you like I said, I don't really play games such like this, and I was hooked. They truly hooked me right here as a role-playing RPG. I was gonna say role-playing RPG, same thing. You know what I mean? But it's truly deep. And it's a role-playing freedom, honestly, from like I said, your character creation. You get to set the background for your character as well, how they look. If you don't like some of the designs, and I must say, for me, what really bothered me was with the character design, you have like this kind of like fungi look, like you have this mushrooms on your face to show that you are godlike, or you could have different features as well. But I must say the mushroom ones kind of disturbed me a little bit. I don't know why, something about it, it wasn't even like the inner Last of Us was kicking in for me or anything like that, but it was just the fact that I'm like, this seems a little disturbed. Like this doesn't make me feel like a godlike, in my opinion, you know. But anyway, that option is there for you, the different designs as well. One cool thing you can do is you can take off those features if you wanted to, but NPCs will still react to you as a godlike. And another thing I gotta ask here, you know, yes, you are godlike, you look different from everyone else, but it's not like if this world is just humans. This world has different races of people, like different races of people who either kind of resemble reptiles, for example, or people who like fur, like people who have like a bunch of fur on them as well. But just because I have like a mushroom growing out of my head, or even branches or something like that, I get to be, I'm the weird one in this scenario. Anyway, that was just one thing I found very funny. about the game and everything. For the aesthetics, for the RPG mechanics, you can attribute points allowing you to tailor your builds that suits your playstyle, boosting health, stamina, magic, and obviously it will also influence your conversations as well and choices as well. It will open up some different dialogues for you depending on your stats with the game. But yeah, the storytelling, absolutely amazing. Without diving in, you will definitely love this. And this game, you can run multiple, you'll get multiple endings, and I'm sure people will be running this game multiple times as well. For the combat is also very great as well. Like your sword feels very weighted, and you're pretty much free to run any class you want. Like, even though if you started off, like for me, I started off with a sword and shield. I always say, like, the sword and shield is like the piano of like weaponry. If you can make a sword and shield fun, then I feel like any other weapons or in a game should be better. Because some people are like, man, I'm a sniper, I'm an archer, I have magic. Obviously those are the cool stuff, but if you can make if you can make like a plain bread fun, then the other sandwiches can be good too. That's how I see it as. But anyway, but yeah, the cool thing you can do about the combat is that you have two different loadouts. So you can have either sword and shield, for example, or your first loadout can be sword and shield, and your second one could just be full magic if you wanted to, or you can mix and match. You can have a sword. There's one point I was running with a sword, and I was able to also run with magic as well, or you could run double mace if you wanted to. There are two-handed weapons as well. You get different abilities, and then if you like, man, I screwed up some of my attributes, you can reset them if you wanted to as well. You can reset them for your companions. Speaking about your companions, truly amazing as well. One of them is voice. The voice work, he did voice work for Garrus for Mass Effect. Another one did voice work for Storm for Marvel Rivals, and I think even the Ultimate Alliance as well as for Storm. And of course some other great ones as well. I don't want to spoil too much, but all that information is out there for you. But your companions are really cool. They open up a lot of great dialogue, also a lot of great quests as well. You can only go with 2 companions. If you were to get more companions along the way, you can only rock with 2, but you could obviously swap with them as well. And they all have, like, once again, they have their own abilities. You don't give them any equipment. You don't give them any you can't change their equipment, such as if they had like any shields on them, or any armor or any swords, or whatever magic wands. You don't give them any equipment, but you can manage their skills. So they'll be auto attacking, but if you wanted them to do like a special move, or you want them to heal the entire team, you can do that with your companions. And of course, you can always ask them for advice in certain dialogues, because there were times where some tough choices came up and I was like, yo, team, what do you think about this? And they will give you their opinions, because I started to really cherish this team I had here. And that takes a lot to do with a game where you actually started caring for a team. It hasn't been a game that made me truly a game that really made me think about my choices. Was like Cyberpunk, especially Phantom Liberty, which was truly one of the best games that I played in the last couple of years. And this game is up there with the choices that you make. So that's for me, that's how I know I'm truly loving Avowed, because I'm comparing it with the choices of Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. That's a high for my rating. That is extremely high. Some cool things you can do as well, so if you do have they have these little elements around, they're kind of like collectibles they can throw as bombs. So if they have electrical fruit, for example, or a seed, I think they call it, or one that freezes, or one that burns up as well. If you don't have any magic abilities or presets for yourself, if you didn't do that, some of your companions will carry some of those elements as well. So if you had to burn some vines down to reveal a certain path, you had someone who could do that, you could do that. Or sometimes there'll be these seeds around for you to do that as well. But the cool, and or you can even build platforms. So like one of them, they had like a freezing seed, for example. You're able to like freeze a portion of the water, and it became a platform, and basically you're able to jump on that platform to get to a certain area. Or if you're dealing with a bunch of enemies and you see a bunch of enemies are standing in a puddle, you're like, you guys screwed up there, for you guys messed up. You're able to throw like a electrical seed if you have any in your inventory, or if you have the, like I said, if you have the ability, like a mage, you have the ability to like like a lightning power, you could just shock the ground there, and like dealing some constant damage to them as well. Truly neat that you can use the environments. You can set them up for traps and everything. But once again, and you can, like I said, you can also combine melee with magic. You can also do like devastating blows. You do have a stamina as well, so keep that in mind. You can't just go in be like unlimited stuff, but you do get abilities. You do get abilities that will either increase your stamina or you know, slow or use less stamina as well. The game gives you a lot of great options. The fact that even though like whoever you pick at the beginning, it doesn't mean you can't use another weapon down the road. You can use anything in this game that is offered there. So if you're just like, man, I wish I picked the wizard at the beginning, you can still become one down the road. Like you can change that anytime you want. It's, and like I said, the game is it's just your playground, honestly. Another thing that your companions are great for, they're great for telling you that, hey, you should probably get some better armor when you're about to face some enemies. The game will show you. The game will not shy from telling you that, hey, you should probably get some better armor, or better, your weapon is no good here, for example. The world does not scale to you. If you happen to be in an area where some really extremely tough enemies are, that is your mistake. You made that mistake there. But if you happen to be overpowered and you reach to like an area filled with jobbers, then you know that's too bad for them in a way. But the world will just will not scale along with you. It's just based off of enemies, and it's actually based off of like your weapons and like your on your armor level as well. So it can range from common, and you can upgrade it all the way up to legendary depending on which weapon it is. And you can also break down if you get like a weapon and then you have like certain ingredients, or sorry, if you find different weapons, you can actually break them down to upgrade those other weapons as well. So don't always throw out all your weapons, or just you can always stash them away if you wanted to, because you can become overcumbered as well. Keep that in mind. But also make sure that you also sell some items, because sometimes some upgrades will cost you as well. Or if you happen to see some weapons in the shop to buy, you can buy them, but you need some coins there, Envoy. All right. But one cool thing is, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Spawnami, Khalif Adams. He did interview the game director Carrie Patel, lovely human being, I must say. They also said that even though it's not recommended, and I'm sure I'm putting the challenge out there to people, and I want you to leave a comment down below. If you made a video of this, feel free to leave the link on this of you doing this, but it is possible for you to beat the game without leveling up. But good luck. That's all they said. And I'm sure there's going to be some hardcore people out there doing that like this. And then that's just to show you that the life shelf of this game is meant to be for a very long time. This could be like, you know, how people always talk about Skyrim and how they did this in Skyrim and how they did that in Skyrim. I could see people saying that, oh my God, I did this in Avowed, I did that in Avowed as well. You know, this game, honestly, this game blew me away. I must say, I didn't have much to expect with this game, and now after like completing it, I was truly like, man, I really didn't want to end. I didn't want this game to end, but like knowing that, you know, reviews had to be up at a certain time, I'm like, okay, I gotta finish this game, you know, type of thing. But there's a lot to see in this game. The music is fantastic. I cannot wait for this game to launch so I could get some music off of Spotify. If any of them come on Spotify, for the love of God, I hope. But it's truly amazing. There's so much like for you to loot, to see. There's so many different quests to do. I didn't even finish all the quests. I for me, I did 40. I wrote it down here. I did 42 hours in this game, and I probably still had a good handful of quests left open. So I would say this game will be ranging around 50 to 60 hours. I did play this game on the PC as well. If you're wondering for any negativity, I did have some bugs where like it didn't fully render a person. And how this worked was, if I was running past to just get to the next basically get to the next quest, if I was running past like a horde of enemies, some enemies didn't fully render in. Like I will see like their legs, but like the torso be missing, but the head is there. And like that didn't happen all the time. It just happened like a very, like I could probably count less than one hand. Like it probably happened like 3 or 4 times type of thing. But to let you guys know, there is going to be a day 1 patch of actually by the time you see this, video, a day 1 patch will already come out for the early access. The early access does come out today, so a couple hours after this video has launched, the early access will be out already. For those who paid for the premium edition. If not, you gotta wait for the release of the game. But I believe there's gonna be another patch after that as well. But the day 1 patch is coming out on the 13th. So basically February 13th, or the time of this video came out. But yes, I was running on my PC. If in case you're wondering what build I have, I did recently upgrade my PC to an Intel Core Ultra 9 4080 graphics card. And I was hitting well over 120. For everyone who is going to be playing on console, for the Xbox Series S, there's a quality mode that runs at 1080p, 30 frames with ray tracing. There's also a balance mode, which is a 1080p, 40 FPS on 120 hertz TV ray tracing. On Xbox Series X, this is what they wrote down here. Quality mode, 4K 30 frames ray tracing. There's also a balance mode at 4K 40 FPS on 120 hertz TV ray tracing, and then there's also a performance mode, 1800p 60 frames, no retracing, just to let you know. So there is a 60 frame option on Xbox as Xbox Series X, that is. But Obsidian has also confirmed that there's going to be ongoing optimization post-launch, ensuring a smooth experience across all the boards and everything. So, what else? Like I said, the music, the voice acting, the storytelling, the choices you can make, the multiple endings in this game. This is truly a remarkable game, I must say, and I am truly thankful for this experience. I'm blown away. I'm honestly blown away with what Obsidian has done. They have definitely bumped up to one of my favorite developers out there. I've always heard great things about them. Like I said, I played Grounded. I played their other games, Outer Worlds as well. And I've always heard high praises for them. It's like if I was doubting them or anything. It's just that I was playing other games, and everything. Or life things and everything like that. But I am truly amazed at what they pulled off here, and I said something so quirky, and I'm gonna say it on stream. I don't care. You can write it down. You can laugh all you want. Avowed wowed me. That's for sure. That's okay. I said it. I don't care. That's my tagline. But this was truly a remarkable experience, and everyone needs to experience this game. So I'll be giving Avowed a 9.5 out of 10. A truly remarkable game. Don't skip this game. It's a must play. You will truly love this game. That's all I gotta say. But let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, if I missed anything in my review, if I missed anything, if you have any questions about it, let me know. I'll see if I can answer for you. If it's something that's like gonna spoil, I don't want to spoil it for people because it's so much stuff. So many great things I want people to experience in this game. But if you have questions about like if you want me to go a little more in depth in combat or like your companions, I'll try to dive in a little bit about with companions, but I don't want to spoil who you meet and everything. I want everyone to experience that. I never like to spoil many things, but this was amazing. And I hope you all really like this game. If you did try this game and you're liking it, or you didn't like it, let me know. If you didn't like this review, like I said, leave a like or give it a thumbs down. Engagement is always great here. Let me know how you like this review. If you'd like to see more, I like to find out. I got a lot of cool things coming up. I recently just did a preview for Stealth at Midnight, so let me know what you think about that as well. And I have a lot more cool things coming up for all of you. Anyway, thank you so much for your support, and as always, everyone, have yourself a damn good one.